Alright then, so now we've got some books data showing on the page. I want to introduce something called content collections. And content collections are something Astro uses to help us manage and query data for your site, like blog posts or page content, or in our case, book reviews. We can either add this data locally to the project, for example, using JSON or Markdown files for the content, or we could fetch it from a remote source like a database or an API endpoint. And by using Astro's content collections, we're able to then easily query and load data into components, and we can also add schemas for collections, which then enforce type safety and add IntelliSense for when we're using the data in the templates. In this series, we're going to stick with local data and build time collections, which is where the data gets loaded from your project and rendered at build time. But if you want me to make a tutorial about using remote data and live content collections, which are loaded on demand by the server when a request comes in, please let me know down in the comments. Anyway, in this lesson, we're going to start by using JSON to store books data in, and then we'll make a content collection for that books data, and then we'll try loading it in the books page. In the next lesson, we'll switch to using Markdown files instead, so this way you're going to get an idea of how to use content collections with those as well. So then the first thing we need to do is add the JSON data to the project, which I've already done. You can see it right here in a folder I've made called content, which is in the source directory. Now you don't have to put your content in a content folder. You can add it directly to the source folder if you wanted to, but this is a common convention and it also keeps your content more organized. So the file is called books.json. And inside that, we've got some JSON already created, which is just a list of books like we've already seen, where each one's got a title, an author, and now also a rating and a short summary, because I also want to show both of those things on the books page as well, where we list them out. I also added a unique ID to each one, because when we're using a JSON file as the data source for a content collection, each object needs an ID to identify it. Anyway, the next thing we need to do is define this collection within our application. And we do that by making a file directly in the source folder called content.config.ts. And it's inside this file that we define all of our content collections, because we can have more than a single one if we wanted to. So the first thing I'm going to do in this file is import a function that we need by saying import, then curly braces, and the function name is define collection. And that comes from Astro, then a colon, and then the content module. So next we can come down here and we can use that function to define a new collection. And we do that by first of all making a new constant, which I'm going to call books, because that's going to be the name I'm giving to the collection. And then we set that equal to the define collection function and we invoke it. Now inside this, we need to pass an object as an argument, where we can now configure the collection. So there's two properties we should add inside here. A loader property, which should be a function to load the data source, and a schema property, which defines how the data should look, and we do that using Zod. So then let's start with the loader property. I'm going to add that property down here then, and the value of that should be a loader function, which loads the data in. Now, Astro comes with a couple of loader functions baked into it that we can use. One called file, which loads data from a single file, and one called glob, which loads data from multiple files using a glob pattern to find and return those files. In our case, we just need to load data from a single file for now, so we're going to be using the file function. And we need to make sure that that gets imported from Astro/loaders as well. So then, now we need to supply the path to this data file relative to the root of the project. In our case, that's going to be the source folder first, then the content folder, then the file itself, which is books.json. Okay, so now we've got the loader. The next thing we want to add is the schema for this collection by adding a schema property. And this field is optional, but by creating the schema, we're going to ensure type safety and IntelliSense, so I think it is worth doing in my opinion. So we use Zod to define these schemas in Astro, and we need to import that up here first by saying import, then curly braces, then Z, and that comes from Astro/Zod. Then back down here, we can give a value to this schema property, which is z.object, and we invoke that function and we pass through an object as an argument. So this object will represent how the object should be structured, with what properties and types should be on it. In our case then, we should have the ID property, right? And the value of that should be a string. So we can say z.string to mark that as such and also invoke this because it's a function. Then we've got a title property on each book, which is also a string. So we can say z.string again for that and invoke it. Then we've got the author property, which again is going to be z.string. After that, we have a rating property, and this time it's a number. So we can say z.number this time and invoke it. And finally, we've got the summary property, which again is a string. So we can say z.string for that as well. All right, and that is it. We have now defined a collection which includes a loader to load the data and a schema to define its structure. Next then, we need to export this collection by saying down here at the bottom of the file, export const collections, and then we set that equal to an object. And for each collection we define in this file, we just add it to this exported object as a property. In our case, at the moment, it's just a books collection, so I'm going to add that in. All right, so now we can save this file, and at this point it's probably a good idea to restart the dev server, otherwise you might still see some type errors in the templates when you use this collection. But once you've restarted the server, those errors and warnings normally go away. All right, so once you've done that, we can start using the content collection in the books page. So I'm going to open up that file, and where we currently define the books array, I'm going to delete all of that. And instead, we're going to say const books is equal to await, and then we can use another built-in function to get a collection of data, which is called get collection. And we also need to make sure that this gets imported from the Astro content module. So we invoke this function, and we pass in the name of the collection that we want to get, which in our case is just books. And now at build time, Astro uses this books collection that we defined to load the data and then bring it into this component. And this books constant will then be an array of book object entries, much like before. So we're still mapping through the array, the same as before, but now we see an error where we pass the book into the card component as a prop. And the reason we get that error is because now we're passing through a slightly different kind of object than before. And if we take a look at the card component that we made, we're saying the book prop should look like this, with a title and author properties, which are both strings. But in actual fact, we're passing through a book object, which has a special collection entry type defined by the schema we made for the collection. So we need to update this book property in the props interface to reflect that. So let's delete all of this for now, and then we'll replace it with a type called collection entry, which we need to import from the Astro content module. And inside angle brackets after this type, we need to declare which content collection the schema is defined in, which in our case is books. So if we save this file and then head back to the books page, we should see now that the error has gone because the props interface now matches what we're passing in, a collection entry. Now though, we've got some errors in the card component where we output the different properties. And again, that's because the way a collection entry object is structured is slightly different to how we structured the book objects before. So when we use a collection entry object, all of the properties are stored on a data field, and all we have to do is add that in before the title and before the author, and then the errors should go away. All right, so finally, I just want to add in the other two fields from the data, the rating and the summary, and then we'll preview this in a browser to make sure it all works. Okay, so I'm going to do the rating, I think, at the top. So let's come up here and I'll say P, and I'll give this a class of, in fact, no, what we'll do is we'll put the rating next to it. Next to the title, we'll do the book rating. So book.data.rating, and then after this, I'm going to do a slash and then 10. So it's whatever the rating is out of 10, so 8 out of 10, for example. Then at the bottom, we'll do the book summary. So P, and then a class of book -summary, like so, and then we'll output the book summary by saying book.data.summary, and notice we get that IntelliSense as well, which is good. All right, cool. And then also I'm going to do an anchor tag down here. We'll leave the href blank for now, and then we'll say read review, because later we're going to be able to click on this to go to the book details page, which we've not created yet. I'm just kind of prepping this for later. That's all. All right, then finally, I'm going to come down here and just add one class for the book summary we just added. So book-summary, And then inside here, we'll just say font size is 1M. All right then. So I can save that now, and let's preview this in a browser to make sure everything works. And in fact, before we do that, we can get rid of this interface right here, this book, because we're no longer defining the books inside this component. So let's get rid of that as well. Then we'll save and preview. Okay, cool. So now that all works, we can see everything on the page. And in the next lesson, we're going to try populating this data using Markdown files instead of JSON.